What's going on, everyone? So the Los Angeles Lakers played their first preseason game. I love it. Lakers basketball is back. This was a game that LeBron didn't play, Anthony Davis didn't play. We knew LeBron was out, but we didn't know for certain Anthony Davis, or at least I didn't see anything of it. But, basically the key guys, you also had Jared Vanderbilt, Christian Wood, several guys out for the Lakers. Same thing with Minnesota. Now, they did play their starters start the game, but outside of Anthony Edwards, but they only played 10 minutes, like the most minutes by the starters were 10 minutes. This was basically just like bench runs, G League guys, first preseason game. They just kind of trying to get the rust off, trying to, just get shots up. Lakers took the L. It was looking rough, right? To start this game, Lakers couldn't buy a bucket to save their lives. But started kind of figuring things out. I did like that the movement. I did like that there was just more action with the Lakers this go-around. Ball movement at times was beautiful, and it always led to buckets or at least quality shots. I mean, the first play of the game was 3 passes that led to a wide-open Rui Hachimura 3 that he missed, unfortunately, but that's the type of offense you want to see. Lots of movement, guys not just standing around, guys just not being stagnant, actual basketball type of plays. And you got that. Were moments where, Lakers stopped sharing the ball so much, kind of got a little into hero ball, so need to kind of break some old habits. Defensively, certain units look good. I still have concerns about our starting unit, right? D'Lo, Reeves, Rui, just weren't great defensively. They had moments. They had defensive sequences, but not great. Speaking of those 3, though, Austin Reeves, if you just look at his stat line, you're like, Austin Reeves had a good game. He did it, right? I mean, 10 of his points came from free throws, which I do like that he was aggressive. I do like this is what I was talking about all year last year, about how he really just, he would just settled a lot, where you saw in this game, he at least was being aggressive, getting to the basket, right? Creating contact. I like that, but he still can't shoot, and that's concerning. I hope that he breaks that a bit. I hope it's just, first preseason game, guys aren't shooting great. Like, no one really shot great outside of, our young guys, like Dalton Knecht, Max Christie, and we'll touch on them here in a moment. But, Rui Hachimura did not look great. Austin Reeves did not look great. D'Angelo Russell looked okay. Right, D'Lo was probably the best out of the 3 based on, just making plays and hitting shots, shooting the 3 ball. He started off a little rocky, but started rattling a couple in. But disappointing from these 3. You kind of expect a little more. Again, I don't want to overreact. Even if the Lakers, I talked about this on As Stands Lakers, right? Lakers could have beaten Minnesota by 40 this game, and I still would have said the same thing. Right, it's preseason. Obviously, I want to win. Obviously, I don't want to lose every preseason game. But it's about building the good habits, guys getting in a rhythm, guys finding their shots. You saw a couple guys like Austin Reeves started heating up a little bit. Right, that's what you want to see. Guys starting to kind of figure things out. But again, the first preseason game, 90% of the minutes were taken up by Jalen Ojefino, Max Christie, Dalton Knecht, right? Maxwell Lewis played some minutes. You got Kyler Kelly out there, right? It's the young guys that, couple, right? Like Max Christie, Dalton Knecht are probably going to see some significant minutes. But outside of that, 90% of the guys that play tonight are not even going to see the basketball court. Same thing with Minnesota. This was, for the most part, just kind of a G League. Lakers should have probably won that game. They just got into such a big hole and then just kind of fell apart. And then, fourth quarter was all just, again, kind of the G League guys. And then you saw Minnesota kind of pull away. So not going to take too much from it, but there were some good, there were some bad. Again, like I said, the ball movement, they did lock down and engage at times on the defensive side and to success. I like that Gabe Vincent looks like he's starting to get his legs under him. That could be huge. Defensively, he was really good. Jalen Ojefino, Max Christie, even Dalton Knecht had some real good defensive sequences. Bronny James had some good defensive sequences. Offensively, he was terrible, but defensively, being that point attack. I also like that our guards were pressing high in the half court and really kind of showing the type of defense that JJ Redick wants from the guards, right? Being aggressive, as soon as players cross the half court line and just being in attack mode. But really our standouts were Max Christie and Dalton Knecht. Both of them looked excellent. Both of them look like guys that belong in the rotation. Both of them look like guys that could be real key pieces for the Lakers. Both guys displayed all three levels of scoring, being able to get to the basket, mid-range. Max Christie was giving you floaters, knocking down three balls, right? Like creating their own shots, creating for others. Both guys had a couple nice passes, right? I really was impressed with what we saw from Dalton Knecht as well as Max Christie. I really thought both of these guys really impacted in a multitude of ways. And if they played like they did tonight during the regular season, then they're gonna be good for the Lakers. They're gonna be very good for the Lakers. Like fully healthy, everyone's ready to go, right? Starting to get in a rhythm, got things locked up, settled in, got LeBron James and Anthony Davis, right? And what they're able and capable of doing. Max Christie and Dalton Knecht being part of the rotation, being just young, athletic, versatile guys. You really saw that in this game. Their athleticism, their ability to kind of push the pace, their ability to kind of recover, be everywhere on the basketball court. Just their energy was really good. But also, it wasn't just that. They really were hitting shots, right? They were playing defense. They were making plays. You saw a little bit of everything from these two. It's really what you want to see with these guys that are trying to make the rotation. Max Christie is expected specifically to play a big role this year and get quality minutes this year. Dalton Knecht is, he's a rookie, so you got to earn it, right? You got to prove it. And based on this game, he proved it, right? Now, obviously, it's one game. Again, we need to continue to see that from both of these guys as we continue to progress through preseason. And then, if they can continue to play this way, even if, I'm not saying that they have to be perfect or anything like that, but show your capabilities, show consistency, because that's important, especially over an 82-game season, and then especially when you get to the playoffs. But if they can kind of show, like, hey, like we can maintain this. Now, we're real key pieces. We belong in the rotation. We belong in a quality role. Then I do believe that they'll earn that quality role. Right, Dalton Knecht, especially early on, right, with Vando and Wood and guys like that out, Dalton Knecht is probably going to get some meaningful minutes. He's probably going to play a pretty decent role right out the gate, right, because he's more likely than not going to be our backup three behind Rui Hachimura. So Max Christie is going to be your two. Gabe Vincent, who, again, you saw a lot from Gabe Vincent. I really liked what we got from Gabe Vincent today. If he can continue to do that, play some defense, knock down 2 or 3 threes a game, right? Give us 8-10 points. Boom, we're good, right? That's all I want from these guys. If each of these guys can give you, 8 to 12 points a game, play some real defense, be guys that can, defend out on the perimeter, and just be athletic, be consistent, then, yeah, that's perfect. That's all you could ask for from these guys. And I was really excited and impressed from what we see from these two. And then kind of last little guy I want to talk about was Jalen Hood-Schifino. Now, he wasn't great. Like Max Christie and Dalton Knecht really stood out. Those two guys were excellent. But Jalen Hood-Schifino was good, right? He wasn't great. He wasn't like, but you can see the differences already between year one and year two. Defensively, his size, his physicality, his ability to kind of just bump. Like, they had guards defending him, and he's just too big for them, and was just bumping them off. Got to do a better job of finishing once you create that contact and bumping them off. But you saw his size and strength really is going to be an advantage, especially once he really kind of gets the ins and outs and better body control, better finishing around the rim. But he was really good at running the offense, making plays for others, and really getting guys set up. He had a couple really nice passes, a couple really nice sequences, was comfortable on the offensive side. He just looked a lot more comfortable, a lot more composed, a lot more ready than he did last year. Although, again, like I talked about last year, you didn't really get much of a sample size, but you did see him in preseason, you did see him in Summer League, and he wasn't great in those, where at least, we didn't get to see him in Summer League. We're getting to see him in preseason, so it's kind of like, okay, well, what can he do for us, right? Because second year in a row, training camp, Jalen Hood-Schifino's this and that, and he's busting everyone up, and he's getting all this praise, and we never got to see him. And the problem is, I don't know how much we're going to see him again this year, which is unfortunate, but I do like that you saw the strides. You saw the significant growth, in my opinion, from last year to this year. He's a lot more comfortable, a lot more in control. Defensively, his versatility. I mean, he was defending guards, switching on wings, right, going back and forth. His size is a real advantage. I think he's going to be a real piece for the Lakers. Maybe not so much this year, but going forward. I really like what we saw from the young guys, period. I thought the young guys really were impressive. Even Colin Castleton had some nice plays, some nice sequences. But again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. As always, this is a discussion. What'd you think? How'd you feel about the first game? Were you excited? Were you disappointed? Were you kind of in the middle? Was it a mixed bag? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.